Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Snowflake here, and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 2. In the last episode, we were high off the spirit of beating Zane Truesdale and his brother Cyrus, and we thought that we were untouchable. And then we saw a bunch of ciphers in our way and thought, yeah, some easy wins. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure I didn't say that, but makes for a fun narrative. But yeah, we did not do very well against the two pairs of ciphers we faced in the volcano. We tried Gravekeepers against Joshua and Yan. I couldn't draw any Gravekeepers, so we didn't win. And we lost our unbeaten record against Yan. We'd beaten him 14 times without defeat. And that was the first time we lost, so that stung quite a lot. Then we switched over to... what was after Gravekeepers? We dueled Jairi and Terrence. Yeah. What was after... Gravekeepers, I even forgot that. Alright, yeah, the Horus deck. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. We got all the cards we wanted at the wrong times, and not when we actually needed them. And yeah, we lost that one pretty easily too. We came to the Ra Yellow Dawn. We got ripped off by Sarte, as is standard for the course. And then we took on Alvaro and Cyan in the Ra Yellow Dawn. And we actually won a duel. We used the Fire Princess deck. They did everything they could to stop us from using Fire Princess. Alexis even tributed Fire Princess for cybering Yudakini. We would have won the duel a lot sooner if I'd have been able to keep Fire Princess on the field, but they did everything they could to stop us, but we still won because we eventually got Ring of Destruction when their life points were low enough. Luckily, we'd been gaining life points throughout the duel, and Wall of Revealing Light had just stopped them in their tracks, which is very nice. And in this episode, we're going to be doing some more duels. We're going to be taking on Tyranno Hasselberry for the first time with Alexis and his partner Aite. And there is another pair over here called Woody and Taku. And then for the last duel of the episode, we're also going to be making a brand new deck. And I don't know who we're going to face, but it's going to be on a Wednesday. And we'll see who we find. I'm just going to do something quickly. Open up my separate window, which I always tell myself I'm going to do before the episode starts, but always forget. Okay. Just in case I ever need to look anything up. Alright, and then we'll switch over to our next deck, which I believe is the last deck we need to edit since we went on our last shopping spree, which is our Spellcaster deck, which, to be fair, might need quite a few changes to it. Because we got some good Spellcaster cards in our last pack opening. Let's have a look through what we've got. I mean, there are definitely cards which we could take out here. Like, probably something like... yeah, there are a few cards we could probably grab and we don't really need. We don't need two Old Vindictive Magicians. Sangan's here for Sandwich, isn't it? Toy Magician. Okay, maybe that could go. Asian Lamp's actually not bad. Much as I love Dark Magician Girl, even Dark Magician is just not that good. in like a generic spellcaster deck. But it goes into Dark Paladin, but then, yeah, probably just take out all of the fusion related stuff, really. I don't know why I've dumped that all into a generic spellcaster deck. So we'll take out Dark Magician, we'll take out anything fusion related. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on that in this deck when there's not that many fusion cards. But that should give us some space to add some more cards. We've got 35 monsters, 34 spells and traps. Okay, so how are we feeling about Blast Magician? Can't remember exactly what its effect is. Each time spell card is activated, you get a spell counter and you can remove spell counters to destroy stuff. Not bad, it's got good defense points as well. Mystical Elf, we've got defense. I don't think we need. We probably already have one in here, don't we? Yeah. I mean, I'd even consider taking that one out rather than adding another one in. Mystic Box. It's thematic, isn't it? It's not even a bad card. We'll sneak it in there for now. Maybe we'll take it out once we're done editing. We got Hannibal Necromancer. Is that even a spellcaster? I know it's spell counter related. It is a spellcaster. I mean, it does instantly destroy a spell or trap card on the field, so that's already pretty handy. Silent Magicians? Do I already have Silent Magicians here? No. I do quite like Silent Magicians. They're not always talking to me like those other monster spirits. Alright, we'll put one level 4, one level 8. What else have we got? We got Dark Red Enchanter, which I remember being pretty good. It gets 2 spell counters when it's summoned, then 1 for each spell card, and you can remove 2 to discard a card from your opponent's hand, but it can also infinitely stack attack points. So I'll put that in there. Royal Magical Library we've got. We don't need another Dark Magician Girl. Do we need Skilled Dark Magician? Another one? Or we've just taken Dark Magician out of our deck. I am tempted to put it back now just for Skilled Dark Magician. And I think I am. It does feel a bit sacrilegious to not have Dark Magician in a spellcaster deck, like you're doing something wrong. But we are once again very close to our limit already, and we've got more cards probably we want to add as well. Have we got a Time Wizard in here? I want a Time Wizard in here. I kind of want a Time Wizard in here. Alright, we're getting close to the limit. And there's Apprentice Magician as well. That's good because it can search out Old Vindictive Magician and itself, of course. I do want to put 2 in there. That leaves us very close. There's probably some more stuff we can remove. Skilled White Magician. It's got good stats. Let's try and take out some stuff first. Man with Woodshot. Can look at your opponent's set cards once a turn. That's pretty good. Cybernetic Magician. Discard a card. The attack of a monster becomes 2,000. That's kind of useful. Doom Shaman has good stats, but its effect doesn't really do much, so that could maybe be one we can take out. Gravekeepers. Don't need 2 guards, 1 is enough. Herald of Creation. Can get rid of that. King of the Swamp can definitely go now that we're not doing fusion stuff. Magical Dimension. We've got Meiku. I mean, we've got more spell trap destruction now. Do we need a Meiku? Master of Barriers. Do we need a Mahavilo? How many equipped spells have we even got? Not too many. I think we take out Mahavilo. Mahavilo's got its place in our fusion deck. Not fusion deck, our equipped spell deck. Mind on Air. Your opponent must play with their hand revealed. That's not thrilling me as much as it did. Mystical Elf. We've got Royal Magical Library. We're going to have other high defense monsters. I think we're okay. With that, Sangan doesn't need to be there anymore because we're not running Sandwich. 2 spell absorptions is a bit much. Let's go with 1. Okay, we've shaved that down significantly. So but there's still more cards to add. We do want to bust a blade in there now, because if we're going to have Skilled White Magician, just in case. What else? We've got... Oh, Magician's Valkyria. That's a pretty good one. We've only got 1. I was saying maybe I should have 2 for the potential of the lock you get from having 2 on the field, because your opponent can't attack another spellcaster, but we do actually only have 1. Rapid Fire Magician. Maybe not. Yeah, that's not too great. We've got enough good cards instead of that. Neo the Magic Swordsman, not really necessary. Dark Magic Curtain. And Dark Magician of Chaos, however. That is definitely a card you want to have in your deck. I mean, removes from play anything at battles, brings back a spell card from your graveyard to your hand, so that's obviously very good. And then we got some of the staple cards like Book of Moon, MST, Pot of Avarice, and these are all spell cards, which of course synergize well with spellcasters because of spell counters. Okay, let's take one last look through to see if there's anything we can take out. Dust Tornado, probably. Foolish Burial. Was there a card that worked particularly well with Foolish Burial? Peter the Dark Clown actually does work well with Foolish Burial. That's why that's fair. That's okay. Familiar Possessed Area. I think that can go. We've got enough like high stat spellcasters, I think. Ones with more useful effects too. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go with that. That's going to be the last deck that we have to edit after our last shopping spree. Everything else should be up to date now. Because of course we made our Archfiend deck right after we went to the store. Okay, Hasselberry, hope you're ready for some magic. 16 and 5 against you, 7 and 1 against Mr. Goblins and Aite. Let's go. Lovely stuff. And we'll go first. Alright, well, Tyranno's got a lot of power, but we've got a lot of magic. Who's gonna win? Is Alexis gonna beat Tyranno? Alexis never dueled Tyranno in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, so there was just never a reason for them to duel against each other. Okay, start with a Senju. I wonder what she'll go for, because she has 2 level 3s in her hand and 1 level 4, so she might go for a level 6 one. Yeah, so she goes for one which she can actually summon if she has the equip spell, which is interesting. I didn't know the AI was capable of thinking like that in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force 2. Although she does have a level 4 monster on the field and level 4 in her hand, so yeah, not entirely sure actually. Okay, interestingly enough, Tyranno has not gone for an attacking monster, and he's gone defensive. I suspect that might be a Miracle Jurassic Egg, but let's see. We'll start with Skill Dark Magician. We could throw a Mage Power on something, which gives it the counter and more attack points, but we'll hang on to it for now. Let's try with Senju. Giant Rat. Okay, we'll try. Well, Skill Dark Magician will obviously beat it. Ooh, Hyper Hammerhead. Interesting. Alright, we'll go with Widespread Ruin. We might use it on Hyper Hammerhead, we might not. Let's see what Goblin Guy does. Oh, well, never mind. We're not going to get a chance to use it because Tyranno has Dust Tornado and we're not paying half our life points to stop it. We might pay half our life points if IT summons a powerful monster. It might be worth it. Okay, Goblin Secret Remedy. 600 life points. Or we're going to get some Goblin Thieves as well. Some Upstart Goblins. Now, Spell Counter. Oh, there is Upstart Goblin. Yeah, go right ahead, my friend. You're just paving the way for Dark Magician. Another Upstart Goblin. More life points. And I'll be able to summon Dark Magician. If Skilled Dark Magician survives that long, which I doubt is going to happen, actually. Okay, Toon Goblin Attack Force. Can't attack just yet. You won't negate that. Hyper Hammerhead beats Senju. And a couple of face down cards. Good Goblin Housekeeping, Robin Goblin, Goblin Out of a Frying Pan. Those are the ones I can remember. Ah, I forgot one. Hard Selling Goblin. Each time something does damage to us, a card in our Spell and Trap card zone gets bounced back. And DNA Surgery, which is going to make everything a Fiend monster. which doesn't help with a type-specific deck like Spellcasters. But Premature Burial, okay. I don't know if Senju is worth bringing back, really, but you contribute it for Cyber Prima. But he has MST, so never mind on that one. And she has got rid of Skill Dark Magician for Cyber Prima, which Hyper Hammerhead is just going to send back to our hand. It only destroys all face-up spell cards, so it doesn't actually do anything. And she's not actually going to attack the Hyper Hammerhead. Tyranno probably will. In fact, he's attributing Hyper Hammerhead for... Oh, and Platoon Goblins for Ultimate Tyranno. We've got the boss monster. Okay. Do I have anything to stop that? I can't remember. We don't have... Well, Solemn Judgment would have been worth it. I would have used Solemn Judgment now. It's a good card. I wish I had an Ultimate Tyranno. I have one in real life, but I don't have one in the game. I wouldn't give up my real life copy. Oh, and we lose Solemn Judgment now because they did damage. That could be a problem. But we can actually beat Ultimate Tyranno though. Yeah, we can bring back Cyber Prima and Mage Power it, and that should do the trick. We can throw Meiku at DNA Surgery or Hard Selling Goblin, but I don't know if we need to do that. Yeah, let's summon Blast Magician first, and then get the full benefit of the spell counters. Wait, Cyber Prima only... Okay, only when it's Tribute Summon does it destroy all face-up spells and traps. That's good, because that would have been a problem otherwise. And then Mage Power. I can self-destruct Blast Magician now with its effect, but obviously we don't want to do that. Cyber Prima destroys Ultimate Tyranno. And Blast Magician attacks directly. And if they do damage to us and they return Premature Burial or Mage Power back to our hand, that's not even necessarily a bad thing. Premature Burial, it's definitely a good thing. It's part of a reason why Giant Trunade got like... I don't know what the current ban status is, but Giant Trunade was like... And Premature Burial were very limited for this reason. Because you could reuse the cards. Okay, monster on a card face down from Aite. Alexis knows what the deal is with Mage Power. She's going for Sangan rather than Harvest Angel of Wisdom. A questionable move. We'll see how it plays out. Blast Magician attacks and it's Blindly Loyal Goblin. And they did damage, so something's going back to our hand. It shouldn't matter what it is, really. Mage Power. I mean, that's fine. Cyber Prima is still going to attack the Goblin. Sangan attacks directly. And if Alexis wants, she can play Mage Power again, which will boost one of our monsters. But also give Blast Magician another spell counter, which could be useful later. Okay, Giant Rat in attack mode. And the Shallow Grave. So we both bring back a monster face down. He's going to bring back Ultimate Tyranno. We get Skilled Dark Magician. He's going to emergency provisions for some life points. That doesn't scare me too much. Neither does Ultimate Tyranno coming back because it's face down. Cyber Prima can beat it. A Giant Rat does damage by destroying Sangan. Then he'll probably be stupid enough to give us back Premature Burial. Yep, thank you. Now we get to bring back another monster. And Sangan gets to add another card to Alexis's hand. There's Etoile Cyber. So it's a very powerful hand. Card face down as well. Very nice. Ooh, we just got United We Stand. So we can actually use Blast Magician now to destroy Giant Rat. Do we need... should I? Can we just attack? No, we need to get rid of Ultimate Tyranno. Now let's use Blast Magician's effect. I've never used this effect before, so I'm worried I'll press the wrong button and... equal to or less than 700 times the number of removes. So yeah, 2 counters. And I can destroy Giant Rat. Nice. I'll flip Skilled Dark Magician up. We've got Gemini Elf as well. We could win the duel here, right? United We Stand gives us an extra 3200 attack. On top of all of this, yeah, we could very much win the duel here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try and win the duel. That's always good. We've got a Solemn Judgment in case that trap card is any threat. So yeah, we're actually all good. We have nothing to worry about. We'll put United We Stand on Gemini Elf. Everyone getting spell counters. Joy. It won't matter in the end. Cyber Prima destroyed Ultimate Tyranno. And yeah, we just reign supreme. Blast Magician. Call of a Haunted. Nah, not happening. No Ultimate Tyranno for you. We've seen enough of his ugly mug. Yeah, I wish the AI was a bit smarter with how they use Solemn Judgment. Like, just sensing when you can get a real advantage from doing it. Like, stopping Ultimate Tyranno earlier would have won us this duel quicker. I mean, it's not always been particularly slow. This is turn 11. But yeah, Gemini Elf with 5100 attack. Do you think? Yeah, I like the changes we've made to the spellcaster deck. I mean, I'm a tiny bit sad that we've gone away from the fusion aspect of it, which made it a little different from our other type-specific decks, but it was only really Dark Paladin and Sandwich. So it wasn't that great. And Witch of the Black Forest is banned, so we can't even use Sandwich that well. Okay, it seems we're good at beating characters from the show. We've at least got that part down. Now it's just beating the rest of them that's a little tricky. But, so up next is our Archfiend deck, which I believe is unbeaten so far. We've done a total of 1 duel and we won it, so I don't think any of our other decks are unbeaten, are they? Probably not. It'd be interesting to track that though. I am like I actually do have documents like tracking the stats, but they're like so far behind the episodes because I'm recording them so often now. So eventually I'll catch up. But it'll be after I finished recording the series for sure. Right, 12 and 5 against Woody, 7 and 3 against Taku. Let's go. Woody has Darkness, I believe, and Taku has Royal cards. So the Dark deck might actually work well with our Archfiends. Archfiends are surprisingly varied in attributes. I thought it was just Dark, but there's actually quite a few different attributes in the Archfiend deck. You'll go second. Very well then. Okay, we got summonable Archfiend monsters. I like to see that. Got Terror King as well. Because the only thing that can go toe-to-toe with Berserk Gorilla. Two cards face down. Alexis has... Well, there is a Dakini there, if you were smart enough to summon Manju. Could have summoned Cyber Angel Dakini there, but sadly, you did not. That leaves us with not very much at all. A reinforcement for Mr. Taku. Gear free the Iron Knight. Good attack points. Yep, there we go. Release Restraint. He's getting Gear free the Swordmaster. We're looking... Things aren't looking great. I didn't get a good look at my hand to decide whether maybe we could Solemn Judgment that. Warrior returning alive, so he's got Gear free back for later as well. Yeah, it's looking tricky. It's looking like a sticky one. Not sure why he attacked with Gear free the Swordmaster first. Berserk Gorilla was probably worth risking attacking a face down monster with. Okay, so Terror King can't be normal summoned or flip summoned unless you have an Archfiend monster on your side of the field. See, this is tricky because I need Infernal Queen to go with Terror King for it to actually work. I can't get them both on the field. I could go for Reasoning, which would be a big gamble, but I don't even know. I don't have anything that can beat Gear free the Swordmaster, I think. I have Skull Archfiend of Lightning, which could do it. But it's a hell of a gamble. Do I really have another choice? Maybe not. Let's try it. Oh, he went for level 6. He heard me. Battle Scarred, Ring of Destruction. We got Archfiend Soldier. I don't even know if that works like an Archfiend monster. I don't know if I put Infernal Queen Archfiend on the field, whether it can boost its attack. There's only one way to find out. I mean, what's else that's going to happen? We lose a bunch of life points. Well, bottomless trap hole anyway, so it didn't matter. No. We got Terror King, which we can bring back with Desruk. I don't want to send Infernal Queen Archfiend to the graveyard, so we'll just put a Warrior of Zera down and call it a day. But it's not looking good for us. Ooh, Metamorphosis. Gear 3, the Swordmaster, is gone. And in its place, the last warrior from another planet. So he will destroy all of his own monsters, which is just Berserk Gorilla. Then no one else can summon for the rest of the duel until we get rid of that by some other means. And I don't have some other means. So I think I need to solemn this. Do I not get to... Did I not get the option to solemn judgment that? I swear I didn't. Did I only have the chance to do it on Metamorphosis? Huh. Yeah, we're completely blocked. All we have are monsters. And we can't summon anything, so we can't summon Manju to fetch a ritual spell, and we can't use it anyway. All we can do is just keep throwing monsters for Lost Warrior to destroy. But the good thing is, at least they can't summon any more monsters either. Probably Gear 3 the Iron Knight. I mean, Mystic Plasma Zone doesn't help unless we can somehow summon Terror King Archfiend, but we can't because of Last Warrior, so just gonna have to throw down Infernal Queens. Hope for the best. I do like Last Warrior from Another Planet. It's very fun to use when you're the one using it. Not fun to play against though. But we probably would have lost if we didn't have... if they didn't summon it, to be fair. Machine Angel Ritual, sadly, completely useless. Because we can't special summon. Otherwise we would have been able to get out Dakini. Alright, there's another Terror King Archfiend here. A Terror King Infernal Queen combo might be my only chance. So I feel like I give up one of the other Terror Kings. We're not going to run out of monsters anytime soon, we just need to get something that can destroy his Last Warrior. Wait, can I use Desert Archfiend? No, that's not going to work. We're just throwing fodder monsters until we can get a good card. Dark Bishop, what do you do again? You protect other Archfiend monsters, that's not too helpful. You can just, yeah, you're next in line, pal. Another Manju, that we won't get its effect. I mean, Alexis still has the ability to summon Dakini as soon as she can special summon, that is. Solar Purity and Light and Morphing Jar are 6 and 2, so that makes 8. That could be something. Yeah, if you Nightmare Wheel their only monster, and you're laughing. I don't want to give up any of these cards really, but I guess Desra Archfiend would be the one to give up here, since its effect doesn't do anything. I'm assuming at this point they're gonna stop my Nightmare Wheel. But we're gonna have to try it. No? Okay. So we're just gonna slowly burn them to death? Sounds like a plan. Yeah. Alright, 15 more turns, we've got him. Yep, just fill up your spell and trap zone so you've got nothing useful. Alright, yeah, I guess we just keep throwing monsters face down. Terrakin can't be flip summoned, so yeah, we can put Terrakin down at this point. If Alexis is able to summon Dakini at some point and wants to use some of those monsters, she's more than welcome. Okay, this is a Last Warrior of a Planet Nightmare Wheel duel. A whole bunch of face down monsters and no action. Where Queen's Knight was discarded there. Cool, Judgment of Anubis. If we had room for that, I'd put it down, but I want to leave something spare, just in case. That would be a cool card for this situation. We'll put down Infernal Queen. If we do get options later, then Infernal Queen would be the one to boost our Archfiend monsters' attack points. Marshmallow will be good if we do get them down low and then Nightmare Wheel gets destroyed somehow. And a little bit of extra burn certainly wouldn't hurt. Alright, this back row is now full. And we're also getting some insurance cards in case the whole Nightmare Wheel plan doesn't work out. So far, so good. There goes a Gene Warped Warwolf. Sure, you didn't enjoy getting rid of that. But what can it do? Your own monster stops you. Polymerization's useless. But Nightmare Wheel would keep doing his thing. Another Queen's Knight. Ooh, Lightning Vortex. I mean, I could go there just for some action, but it's not really worth it at the moment. Yeah, I mean, from a strategic standpoint, having Nightmare Wheel burn them to death makes much more sense than doing anything aggressive at the moment. There goes Berserk Gorilla. What was that? Jacksonite. They're not even going to bother tribute setting. Just in case something happens, I'm just looking what's in our graveyard that might be worth bringing back. It's not too much that could like win the duel at the flip of the switch, but there's options for later. There goes another gorilla. And there is Blade Skater. Not going to do anything. And that is Familiar Night, I believe. Got ourselves our third Infernal Queen Archfiend. You can only have one on the field, right? Oh no, you can have as many as you want. So you could just like, if you had 3 Infernal Queens, you could just supercharge an Archfiend monster like crazy. That's pretty cool. Honestly, Archfiend Soldier probably not something we need at the moment. We don't need anything here really, but that's probably the most expendable card. There goes Vanity's Fiend. Ah, so he likes preventing people from summoning. That's why he's got Lost Warrior, that's why he's got Vanity's Fiend. I getcha. Oh wow, she's actually... Ooh. That's a bit of a... That's a bit of a risky maneuver, isn't it? I mean, it probably won't have an effect on anything, but Swords of Revealing Light to flip everything face up means that they can, if they destroy swords, they can actually attack with those monsters, and the negative effect of Last Warrior of Another Planet is gone. Oh, and now things are getting banished because of Banisher of Irradiance, so there goes Queen's Knight. I mean, it shouldn't be a big deal. Because Nightmare Wheel will wipe them out well before they wipe our monsters out. Archfiend's Roar, bring back an Archfiend monster until the end of the turn. Probably not that useful. Well, even if you destroyed all of our monsters, Alexis has a Marshmallow. There goes Doom Caliber Knight. So at the start of my turn, we win. So they have to win in their next turn. Or at least destroy Nightmare Wheel. Goodbye, Blade Skater. Alright, Taku, no pressure, but you gotta win now. Alright, Swords of Revealing Light is gone. So is your obnoxious Celtic god, but it matters not. For Nightmare Wheel shall blow you away. Alright, well, you guys have yourselves to blame. You played the Last Warrior card. You stopped us from summoning anything. Still could have been more interesting. I could have played Lightning Vortex to make it more interesting, but they started it. That's what's important. That was a pretty nice win, and Alexis seemed to like that very much. Our heart got a significant boost there. But I've got a way that we can make Alexis even happier. And that's by using a deck that her precious Jaden might use. Yes, you may have guessed it if you remember from our last pack opening. But I am going to be trying out a Neo-Spacian deck, which is probably going to suck. But you know what? Sometimes it's fun to try different things. You don't have to win every duel. But let's see what we can do with a Neo-Spacian deck. I think that's how you spell Neo-Spacian, with a hyphen. Okay, good. So let's just throw a bunch of Neos fusions in there, because that's all we're going to be using, really. I don't even know if we have... We should have all of the Neo-Spacians, because we got most of the pack. It was just... I think Neos Allies is the only thing from that pack we didn't get. Which is a shame, actually, because that is actually... has a high attack level 4 monster. Would have really balanced out the lameness of most of these Neo-Spacians. No offense, guys, but you are kind of lame. We do have 3 Neoses. That is good. But yeah, let's start putting some Neo-Spacians. Only 1 Air Hummingbird. That's one of the better ones. Aqua Dolphin, Dark Panther, Sarab. I'm wondering if we just put 3 of each. Do we care about any X? I don't know if I care about any X that much. Do we care about Chrysalises? We'd have to commit to putting them all in. And they're all kind of lame and they only work with Neo-Space. Cocoon Party, special summon a Chrysalis from your deck for each Neo-Spacian with a different name. Cocoon Rebirth goes straight from Chrysalis to Neo-Spacian. Cocoon Veil. There are some uses to it. Alright, which is probably... I'm going to regret this, but we'll put 1 of each in there. And we'll see how it goes. This is just... I've never used a Neo-Spacian deck before, by the way. This is pure vibes. Okay, Cocoon Party. Cocoon Rebirth. Why is this continuous? Oh, you can always tribute Chrysalis monsters to bring back a Neo-Spacian with the same name. That's not too bad, actually. I thought it was a one-time thing. Cocoon Veil negates effect damage and special summons Neo-Spacian. The fact that you have to negate effect damage makes it not that good. Common Soul can summon a Neo-Spacian on either side of the field. That could be useful. Yeah, we can go for Common Soul. Convert Contact, that's lame because you have to have no monsters and have a Neo-Spacian in your hand. Maybe. put one in there, I guess. So we've got 2 of each Neo-Spacian, 1 of each Chrysalis. We obviously want Neos support. So let's just put Neos in there. Obviously a Neo-Space. There's other Neo-specific support cards out there as well. Not too many of them, but we do have 3 Neo-Spaces. That's very good. We got Neos Force. Which is a weird equip spell because it gives Neos 800 attack. And when it destroys a monster by battle, inflicts damage equal to its attack, but then it goes back to your deck at the end of a turn. Put 1 in there. Reverse Neos when a fusion Neos is destroyed. You can summon a regular Neos that gains 1000 attack and is destroyed. Not a big fan of that. It could work in some situations, but nah. There's also Neo-Space Pathfinder, which is like the search card for Neo-Space, and it also has pretty good stats too. Let's think. Alright, let's just go through the rest of the cards now. Do we have any... They're all different attributes, aren't they? So we don't really need any attribute-specific cards. And they're also all different types. Yeah, they're pretty different types. So that won't help too much. I wonder if we have anything that particularly helps weak monsters, because we got a lot of them. We really have a lot of them. Book of Moon's good. I can even like save a Neo-Spacian from fusion monster from going back to your deck. One of those trap holes, always a good card. Call of the Haunted. Can the Neos monsters be summoned? No, I think they can. I think you can special summon the Neos fusion monsters. You can only summon it from your fusion deck by using the contact fusion, but yeah, you can bring them back. I mean, even just for Neos, it's good anyway. Card trader potentially, because we could get some stinky draws. I like the idea of card trader in this particular deck. Contact. That didn't come up. But yeah, do we have Chrysalis support? No, that's pretty much it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We don't have any, apart from Neos, we don't really have any tribute monsters, do we? Creature swap will probably be very good in this deck because we have so many bad monsters. Dandelion? I want to put Dandelion in there because, like, Jaden used Dandelion with his Neo-Spacian deck. It was one of the cards he created. I'll put Dandelion in there. It's also a good card in general. It is another weak monster though, to be fair. But whatever, in for a penny, in for a pound. Capsule. Nah. Elemental heroes, are there any we particularly want? There are some. There are some good cards in here that will help. Like Necroshade. I want to put a Necroshade in there. That's a Foolish Burial target. As well as Neos itself. Depending on what we have in our hand. Ocean can recycle Neos back to our hand, but I don't know if we necessarily want that. So I'll leave Ocean out. Stratos, that's a good one. I have a couple of heats in there just for some attack power. Don't need elemental recharge. We'll definitely have a Foolish Burial. Future Fusion does not work in this deck. Gold Sarcophagus. Hammer Shot. Do we want something like a Heart of Clear Water in there to protect the Neo-Spacians? Maybe like with an Air Hummingbird or something? It's just a bit overkill. Heavy Storm. Some hero cards here. Hero Signal gets you a Stratos, which can get you a Neos. Alright, we'll go with a Hero Signal. Judgment of Anubis to protect Neo-Space, maybe? sure. Something to discard might be good if we have a Neos or a Necroshade in our hand. So Karma Cut and Lightning Vortex, which I know is coming up, would be good. Mage Power. See, equip spells are a sticky one because a lot of the Neo's fusions bounce back. So it's a little risky. Then again, we have so many low power cards that we kind of need some attack power here. We'll put United We'll go with Mage Power, and I think maybe we'll leave out United We Stand. Tough choices, man. It's a difficult one. Mirror Force. I did see the Miracle Fusion. That's also not really going to work. MST. Yeah, we'll go with Nightmare Wheel. Heart of Avarice. Not really feeling it in this deck. It's better to have stuff in the graveyard, I think. Our Righteous Justice. Wait, did I miss Oversoul? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Oversoul. Pretty important, I think. Have a couple of those. Our Righteous Justice then. We'll stick one in there. Reasoning doesn't really work in this deck. Ring of Destruction works in every deck. Sangan. Can search for a particular Neo-Spacian. Maybe a Grand Mole. If the situation arises. Does improve our monster to spells and traps ratio a little bit as well. I normally like putting 7 Tools of a Bandit, but I'm not especially keen. Ooh. Skill Drain is interesting. I need to look something up. I need to look it up actually. The Skill Drain stop Neo's fusion monsters from returning. Okay, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki is not being especially clear on that. I'm not actually sure, you know. I think it might work. Put it in there? Is it worth it though? We're already bloating our deck quite a lot. I'm not going to do it. Skyscraper 2. How many heroes do we have? Not very many. I'm not going to go with Skyscraper 2. That's not the field spell we want. Isn't one of these for weak monsters? Nah, Sword of the Soul Eater, normal monsters, okay. Swords will probably be very important. Terraforming, yes, please. Maybe we'll move that down to 2. Yeah, we got a lot of spells and traps in here. Gonna probably have to take some out. I do want Wall of Revealing Light as well, because that's what's going to protect our weak monsters. Okay, let's see what we can remove. Do you want to keep the Neo-specific cards? Mage power. Yeah, we'll lose mage power. Oversoul. We got Premature Burial, we got Call of the Haunted, we can move that down to 1. Our Righteous Justice, I'm having second thoughts because we don't have that many heroes. We've got 3 Neoses. Necroshade, Stratos, the Heat, twice. That's it. So we'll lose that too. 27 monsters, 39 spells and traps. We'll go down to 2 terraformings. Yeah, I don't know. This deck is just... I don't know how many duels it's going to win, but we're going to do our best. We're going to try. We'll see how it goes. Destiny draws then. I think Call of the Haunted. I mean, Creature Swap's almost a Destiny draw in this deck. Not quite. Lightning Vortex. Mirror Force, obviously. Swords of Revealing Light. I think I'll do. I am looking forward to trying it though, and watching it crash and burn in real life. With a more stable partner, tag team partner, that might have given me the freedom to be more confident about using a deck like this, but Alexis, her deck is kind of difficult. It's not very consistent. And she doesn't really know how to get the best out of the cards she has a lot of the time. Alright, Alexis, but you better get yourself a nice nap. Yeah. you're going to complain about curfew every day. Now, where shall we go to find our final opponent? Let's go to the harbour. Isn't this where you usually hang out, Alexis? In the lighthouse with Zane? Making, I don't know. I don't think Jaden cares. So, okay, we've got our opponents. We've got Deluge and Colin. We're obviously gonna find some friends first. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Alright, let's try and find some friends with Alexis. Maybe she's more popular than Jaden and Cyrus ever were. We don't actually have to win this minigame because we've already unlocked all the packs because of the fact we've played this game so much and leveled up. But hey, it's a bit of DP. Careful there, Alexis. Honestly, I'm not really trying to win so much as I'm just trying to get a half-decent score. But I know Alexis is gonna run into me at some point, although this is not going too badly. Ooh. Okay, we almost got murdered there, but thankfully I have some sort of reflexes. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the mini-map at the same time. Okay, that was a good little burst. Oh, what? That's where I jumped. We actually almost made it to halfway. That was not bad at all. How does Alexis feel about 170 friends? Not very good. Okay. Yeah, she's used to having way more popularity than that because she is a girl. Alright, Delo 15 and 3, Colin 13 and 2. I mean, we're using the Neo-Spacian deck. Let's not get our expectations up, even though we've beaten these guys plenty of times before. Are we going to get a hand of all chrysalises? Now we get to see our hand first because we're going second. Okay, we got a chrysalis and we got a terraforming. Yeah, it's not great. We can creature swap a chrysalis. That's about it. Alexis, you got something good? Yeah, you got 2 Harvest Angel of Wisdoms. And a reinforcement of the army. That's while Cyber can at least defend us. Because you won't... Oh, you will summon Harvest Angel of Wisdom. Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised. And he doesn't have a trap to stop it from working. Okay, Colin, I know, has those, like, familiar possessed cards. I think that's his deck. Okay, Legacy of Yatagarasu. Cool, you get to draw a card. Okay, monster and one card face down. Ooh, we got Neos. Get ourselves a Neo-Space. We can summon Grand Mole, can't we? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get rid of your face down first. Hallowed Life Barrier, that could have chained that to negate any damage and protect all of his monsters, but that's okay. Yeah, let's play Neo-Space. And we'll summon Chrysalis Mole. From the graveyard, handle deck. Good, good, good. We actually used the Chrysalis' effect successfully. And we got one of the better Neo-Spacians out of it. We got Grand Mole. Probably the best one, really. I like Air Hummingbird and Flare Sarab as well, but Grand Mole's the best one, for sure. Because with Grand Mole, we don't even need to care what their monster is. You can just send it packing. And Harvest Angel attacks directly. Dimension Wall. We take the damage instead. I can live with that. Mausoleum of the Emperor. How much do I want Neo-Space? Am I willing to give up 3,000 life points for it? I don't think I am. What I may be willing to do is wait for him to summon his monster, then play Solemn Judgment so he loses the life points. I think that makes sense. No. Well, sorry, Neo-Space. Yep, 2,000 life points for... Is it Yamato Dragon? Hinokagusuchi? What you got for me? Hinokagusuchi. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I think it's worth it. We don't want Alexis losing her entire hand. And we're going to deal at least that amount of damage back to her. Or back to them. Now we can use Mausoleum of the Emperor to summon Cyber Prima. Maybe we should go a little bit easy on the life points, but... There's also the getting them down low enough so that they can't use Mausoleum themselves again. I could technically use Mausoleum to summon Neos, but that would leave us with 100 life points left. And I'm not so sure that's a gamble I want to make. Especially when we could just play Grand Mole and eliminate anything he summons. Or sets in this case. I am a little bit worried about this face down card. I'm worried it might be like another dimension wall or something. Cocoon Rebirth, you contribute a Chrysalis monster to bring back a Neo-Spacian from either player's graveyard. Okay, that's not useful at the moment. I'm not playing... Yeah, we're not going to go for Neos. Grand Mole's enough. If it's Dimension Wall, we can at least make them use it with Harvest Angel. And then still have enough life points to live, and Cyber Prima can then attack directly. And we've also got Call of the Haunted in case something gets destroyed. Wabaku. I can still use Grand Mole's effect. But yeah, that's obviously all I can do. They've bought enough time for their Destiny draw. Snack Steel. Oof. That's a... Oh, that's not good at all. Okay, Cyber Prima destroys Harvest Angel. We get to bring back a counter trap. We only have Solemn Judgment, so we'll take that. I think we need to... Yeah, let's bring back Harvest Angel just to protect us from the damage. Yeah, we gain life points. I forget. Snack Steel lets you gain life points. Yeah, get rid of Tenkabuto Shien, makes sense. And then put up a defensive block until we get the cards we need. I mean, we just need Neos, really. Neos will do. And as long as we have enough life points with Mausoleum, we should be okay. We no longer have any. Set a monster, don't set a card though. Okay. Yeah, we win. Should win. Oh look, we got a Neo-Space. How about that? So we can actually just use Mausoleum to summon Neos. I mean, there's different ways to do it, right? We could just creature swap Sangan. We got ways. But yeah, let's use Mausoleum. And we'll use it for Neos. Summoning Elemental Hero Neos for the first time. Pretty neat. Now we can play Neo-Space. Neos is on 3000, but once we give it Neos Force, that will win us the duel. I never thought we'd use half of these cards, but somehow this has worked. Elemental Hero Neos attacks the game. Let's go. How about that? He actually won. And it was us who really did it. It wasn't really much of Alexis. Top decking. Yeah, I mean, with this deck, you have to get a lucky hand to win. That was one of the better ones because we had Neo-Space and we could like go into Grand Mole straight away, which was the best one. But yeah, I guess we will wrap up the episode there. It's been a fun one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We started off in the Raw Yellow Dawn. We took on Tyranno, Hassleberry, and Goblin Guy, Aite, with the Spellcaster deck. And we got ourselves... Yeah, we got ourselves a good win. Tyranno got his ultimate Tyranno out. But we were able to keep it in check with a combination of equip spells. Mage Power helped us beat it with... What did we beat it with? Was it an Alexis card we beat it? We put Mage Power on. I think so. I don't even remember. But then we eventually put United We Stand on Gemini Elf. And it had like over 5,000 attack and we won the duel because of that. Then we took on Woody and Royal Guy Taku. And that game ended up being a bit of a stall fest because of the Last Warrior from Another Planet not letting anyone summon any other monsters. We were using the Archfiend deck, but we just used Nightmare Wheel, which eventually just burned them to death. That literally took away every single one of their life points. We had a nap. We made a Neo-Spacian deck. We came to the harbour. We tried to make some friends. We made quite a few, but not enough for Alexis to be happy with us. But we did then win our final duel against Colin and Deluge with the Neo-Spacian deck, getting a debut victory thanks to a combination of Neos, Neo-Space, and Neos Force, and also getting Grand Mole special summoned near the start of the duel was also very helpful. But yeah, it was fun to use. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. In the next episode, we'll go to class. We'll do 3 more tag duels. And we'll see where the world takes us. But for now, take care and goodbye.